I'm the only girl, I'm the little girl in the family. Since I was 11 years old, I had a huge dream. My dream was to come to the United States to study and play tennis abroad. But it was a huge dream because my parents couldn't afford to send me to school. I didn't speak any English, y todavía ahí lo machuco. And I wasn't any good at tennis. But, so the only way to accomplish my dream was to get a scholarship, a sports scholarship. So I decided to train, to play. I trained every afternoon, every weekend. I woke up early in the morning. In the summer, I trained 8 hours during the day. I sacrificed parties with my friend. And by the age of 16, I was already ranked top 10 in the nation. Woo! Yes. Let me tell you about my parents. My mom, the most loving, caring, supportive person in this world. She was always by my side, driving long hours in traffic. She was my punching bag every time I lost a match. So imagine I was always hitting at her because I lost many matches. And sometimes she didn't quite understand me because I was too tough on myself. I was practicing so much. I sacrificed so many things, and I wasn't having that much fun as my other friends. But she was there. She was always supporting me. My dad, my mentor, the best example I could ever have had. You would never think. He comes from a poor family, but he managed to make it to the national basketball team and went to the Olympics representing Peru. There are stadiums named after him. He was so famous, and 50 years later, they're still talking about him. But you wouldn't hear any of this from his lips. He's so quiet, shy, humble. He barely said anything to me, except a few words here and there, like, hija, nadie nos entiende. Yo sí te entiendo. Whenever my mom would get upset because I was too tough on myself. But just hearing his words, I knew I was on the right track. I kept on training, I kept on playing, and I got the scholarship. I did get my scholarship! Y empaqué mis cosas, todo. I was so excited. I was sad to leave my family, of course, and my life in Venezuela at 17 years old. But I packed y me vine feliz. And I thought the hardest part was over. To get a scholarship and to say bye to my family and my friends. That's what I thought. Until the first day I stepped on the tennis court. My first day of practice, to meet my teammates and my coach. And this is me in a pink skirt. So happy, so proud of myself, con mis paticas flacas, así, bonitas. So I was super happy. And I meet my teammates. They were so strong, big muscles. They were so serious, so focused. They were from Germany, Russia, Czech Republic, South Africa. I was the only American. The only Latin American. They barely looked at me when I was introduced. They were like, so. But now that I practice, I play, and at the end of practice, I felt so lost. And I understood why they looked at me that way. Because I didn't fit in. I was so different. Literal, era como una mosca en el pastel, nada que ver. And I was there, I was too girly, too pinky, too matchy-matchy, my skirt, my bow, my bling-bling in the racket. I was too social, too loud, too happy, too smiling. And they didn't like it. My coach, Michael Press, tough American from New York. He didn't like it. Actually, he hated it. He hated me. He didn't like the way I spoke, my accent, my friends, my look. He didn't like Latinos. He hated Latinos, and he made my life miserable. Michael Press, Miguel Pérez, mexicano resentido del... Pero bueno, I felt so sad, but I didn't let that bother me. I was focused, I was determined, and my goal by then was to actually make it to the end of the year. Make it to the national championships, to qualify and play. But it was a whole year ahead. And my coach, he didn't let me socializing in Marinés. Socializing. So I had curfew every night during season at 8 p.m. I had to be in bed. Thank God social media didn't exist at that time. So there's no evidence of me sneaking out and partying until long hours. He thought I was too weak, too princessy, and too skinny to be good. And that I needed to change. So I had a chaperone watching what I ate every single day, giving me weight gainers, making sure I was like the other girls. They were always comparing me to these other girls. So I was stocky, big, strong, healthy. I would never forget a night before a match, during a road trip to Alabama. We were having dinner at TGI Fridays. It was the girls and the boys team. And my coach forced me to eat a whole plate of French fries that he had ordered, so I would have enough energy the following day. And that, if not, I would probably lose the game. Or another day, I was playing against University of Miami. And he came in the middle of the match, between sets, screaming all the F words. Like, he said the F word 5 times in 2 sentences. Screaming in front of everyone, threatening me to take away $5,000 of my scholarship if I didn't win that match. I felt so humiliated. I just wanted to run away, scream, cry, go back to my mom. I felt alone, and I cried so much. And yes, all the other players were much better than I was. So I put a lot of pressure on me, and I decided to train even more. So I woke up at 5 a.m. almost every morning to train, to run 5 miles and lift weights. So I improved. And that was on top of the regular practices in the afternoon with the rest of the team. Ay, no. Que me acuerde. So my parents noticed that something was wrong, so they decided to come and visit me. When they came, they saw me, and I have always been this weight. Actually, when I started school, I was this weight. And because of all the pressure, having to maintain a high GPA, the culture shock, missing my family so much, having to deal with this coach, I had lost weight. When my mom saw me, she started to cry. I had lost 40 pounds in less than 4 months. Yes. So she started to cry, and she begged me to please go back, to quit, to get another scholarship somewhere else. And I said, please let me finish what I have started. Let me accomplish my dream. I turned around and I asked my dad, Dad, was it easy for you to get to the Olympics? Did your mom try to stop you from achieving your dream when you had so many difficulties standing in your way? They once again didn't say a word, and they were so supportive. They gave me the biggest hug and my mom, of course, left a huge bag of nuts and dry fruits from Costco. They left. And I kept on fighting for my dream. I kept on crying like crazy. And I made it to nationals. I qualified to nationals. And coaches were not... coaches were not allowed to go into the court. So I danced salsa y merengue. In every single point I scored, a cada rato la llamaban, y hacía así. Sí. It's amazing. And guess what? I won the national championship. I did. And not only I did win that year, but I won 4 years in a row. And I hold the record of being the only student in the history of the school that have won during the 4 years of the undergrad, the studies in college. And it's amazing. And it's been already almost 20 years. And since then, the school has won only once, and he's still the coach there. So, throughout all of this, I learned from my dad that actions speak louder than words and stay in our children's or in people's mind forever. Through my mom, that even if it is heartbreaking, you have to let your kids go through difficult times for them to learn to live. And a big lesson for my children, to never, never, never give up. To never let anyone tell you you're not good enough to follow your dream or to live the life you want. That there's not a stereotype to be good. You're never too skinny, too curly, too short, especially if there's physical stereotypes. To always be proud of their culture, of their roots, of themselves. To my girls, that Latinas are the perfect combination between a warrior and a princess. And most importantly, to always celebrate and dance merengue.